So this little clip is going to be dedicated to my honey, and I'm going to be able to show her a little bit of the area that I was able to see, unfortunately, while she wasn't able to be with me. So honey, this is for you, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of I guess we're in New Mexico at Carlsbad Cavern. Okay, so I hope you enjoy. I love you. Come on, let's go. We'll see something that you and I haven't seen before. Okay, here we go. All right, so where are we?
We're at Guadalupe Mountains National Park. This place is actually, the reason that it's here is a couple of reasons. The highest point in Texas is here, which is Guadalupe Peak. You're almost 9,000 feet up there. And you can't see it from here, but you can see the trail up to it. And that's this mountain behind us. Behind me. We've got 85 miles of trails. Most of the, practically all of the park is in wilderness, so there's no roads, no backcountry roads, which is kind of different. Most national parks have backcountry roads. But then we got the trails to make up for all that. There's some pretty wild stuff here. There's country that practically nobody's ever seen before. That's about it. That's about what we're all about, is hiking. This is a world-class hiking park. The hiking community, everybody knows about Guadalupe Mountains.
How far are we from El Paso?
You're 110 miles. It'll take you about an hour and a half to get there. So we're situated out in the middle of nowhere between Carlsbad and El Paso.
Do you live out here?
I live in Carlsbad.
Carlsbad. All right. Well, that's where we're going to go next. Anything to see out there that's you don't want to miss?
Oh, Caverns. Caverns is outstanding. That's a world-class cave. Yeah, if you've never been to the cave, I'd highly recommend seeing that.
All right. Very good. Well, thank you for your time.
Oh, you're welcome.
Appreciate it.
You take care.
Bye-bye. Some pretty nice trees out here. And a lot of scrub. Okay, here I am at Carlsbad Cavern. We're going to go into the theater and see if I can sneak a shot or two in there, and then we'll go on a little tour. I'm not sure I was able to shoot any video, so we'll try to do maybe some pictures for you to see. Okay, honey, here we go.
In addition to carbonic acid, there is evidence here of super powerful sulfuric acid, which can edge away rock in a fraction of the time, creating huge rooms.
So unlike caves that hollowed out from underground rivers and streams, this one hollowed out from petroleum deposits deep out into the basin. Out there, the hydrogen sulfide gas associated with those worked its way up through the ground until it mixed with the oxygen-rich water. It formed sulfuric acid. The acid was so strong, it could hollow out the rock. It formed bugs, like these. Now, bug may be a new word to you. It's just 3 little letters, B-U-G, 7 points in Scrabble.
Another 3-letter word is even more popular with Carlsbad visitors: bat. Each night, they come to see hundreds of thousands of Mexican free-tailed bats take flight.
If the crowd is quiet, what I'm expecting is that they will come spiraling out of the cave, heading off in that direction,
Just beyond the cave entrance and off limits to visitors is a chamber swarming with bats. As many as 300,000 roost together in this one room, producing something essential for a cave's ecosystem, guano, or bat droppings. Guano provides a home and dinner for some of the most extreme species. This unwholesome-looking carpet is over 40 feet deep and is crawling with life. When evening comes, the bats take flight. In a single night, they will consume around 2.5 tons of insects. From a distance, their nightly exodus can be mistaken for billowing smoke. If you're wondering how long bats have lived in the Carlsbad complex, here's a clue. Slaughter Canyon is home to a wall of bat guano 10 feet high. What appear to be small twigs are actually tiny bat bones. Many belong to species that have long been extinct. Bats are the crowd pleasers above ground. The subterranean stars are found 75 stories below. That's 4 times the height of the Statue of Liberty. Carlsbad's stunning formations. It's like strolling nature's art gallery. Mother Nature creates impressive structures by depositing calcium carbonate drop by drop over thousands of years. This process creates the formations we know as stalactites, C for ceiling, and stalagmites, G for ground. It has taken this youngster 72 years to grow the size of a fingernail. So one can only imagine how long it took to make this giant. For keen-eyed observers, there's magic in the details. Like this bat, swallowed over time by the cave walls. Leave it to nature to hide some of her most breathtaking works of art underground. But with a little care, they'll be around for generations to come, thrilling visitors time after time. Windows to the cave.
The natural entrance is 1 mile and 1/8, descending 800 vertical feet. Roughly that's about 80 flights of stairs, and it takes about an hour and 30 minutes. A tour of the whole big room, I'd say roughly about 2 hours, and the key thing to do is take the elevator up, which basically travels 750 feet. Traveling at 9 miles an hour takes you about 1 minute. And that is Carlsbad Caverns National Monument. And I visited a lot of caves in my day, and by far that's the most decorated one I've seen to speak.
All right.
And I look forward to doing some caving in mainland China, probably in October of 2012, with an expedition and a lot of rope work, descending pits about 3,000 feet. So you mess up there and you're pretty much done. So key thing is be prepared.
All right. Well, thank you very much for your information.
You're welcome.
So I guess the question is, are we going to go ahead and take that 1.25 miles down to the cave? I think we'll try. Okay. Honey, here we go. So right now it's about 91 degrees or so out here, and I won't take you on the whole path, 1.5 miles, but we'll start back up once I get down to the bottom. And here we go.
This is the natural entrance route where people will be hiking on their own, 750 feet beneath the surface to the big room, which is the highlight of Carlsbad Caverns. This first part should take about 45 minutes to an hour. The big room is an additional hour to an hour and a half. So at the end of your tour, you have the option of hiking back up to the surface, or you can take the elevator right back up to the top, whichever you choose to do. Now there is a certain cutoff time, but when you're at that point of wanting to return, once you make your way back to that area, there is a sign that will state the time that you have to make your way back up if you choose to do so. Now also we want to protect your cave, and we do have some preservation rules that we ask everyone to help follow. And the first one is by staying on the paved trail, and that's for your safety and also to help protect the cave. Another way of protecting your cave is by refraining from touching the formations in the cavern, the cave walls, and rocks. It can be tempting to want to touch them. It's just because of the natural oils on our skins, it can stain them. it waterproofs them, so eventually it has a negative impact on them by stopping their growth. Also, we want to keep your cave clean, and we ask not to take any candy, gum, food, or drinks on the trail, because any food odors, sweet smells especially, can entice animals to go into the cavern after hours. So they make their way down further down to the bottom, looking for food, in search for food, but there aren't any food sources for them to survive on, so eventually they get lost and die. So they belong up here at the surface rather than inside. There is a lunchroom down below, about an hour from now, and that's our eating designated area. Restroom facilities, water fountains are all located at that point as well. Cameras are allowed, video cameras, flash photography, except only for the Batflight program, in case you notice signs that state that along the way. All right? Is there any questions that you might have about your tour? No? All right, it'll be nice and cool, 56 degrees, so enjoy your visit. And then there are plenty of rest stops along the way. And just going to follow up ahead, follow the trail, and you're on your way. Enjoy your visit. Thank you.
Going into the cave. Okay, we're about 100 feet down, and this is the formation. We're just past about 100 yards. Okay, we're still going down. We're only about a fourth of the way there. Okay, this is where we've been. And this is
wow,
where we're going.
That was a bat.
Not quite halfway there yet. Okay, still going. Boy, I hope there's not a earthquake. Still sweating. This is going up the cavern, and now this is going sideways and down. I'm just kind of taking a little rest right now. This is huge. Huge. Here's the trail. And like a trooper, still trying to get through, and we're probably about 3/4 of a mile in, and boy, still sweating. Let's keep going. I love you, honey. Okay, babe, so that's the end of the tour. Thank you for coming along. Sorry I couldn't bring you personally, but I hope that you enjoyed the little tour. Okay? All right, bye. This is the gourmet lunch, the food down in the bottom of the tavern. Of course, they've got places that you can buy things.